Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how you can cut this beautiful waistcoat with a notched collar. So if it's something you would love to learn, do well to watch to the end, like, share and subscribe. So let's get right to it. So from the top here is our starting point and our shoulder line, and we'll be drafting the back pattern first because we'll be needing it for the front pattern. So I'm going to come down to take my vertical measurement from my shoulder to my bust point, which is 9.5 inches. I'll mark that, then extend the point across. Then from the shoulder line again, I'm going to come down to mark my waist point. From my shoulder to my waist is 15 inches. I'll mark that and then extend the point across as well. Then from the shoulder line, I'm going to come down to mark the length of my blouse. I'll be marking 20 inches. At this point, it depends on what you want. It can be longer than this, it can be shorter. So it depends on what you are going for. So this is my top length, my waistline, and my bust line. So I'm going to come to the shoulder line here, divide my shoulder by 2. My shoulder divided by 2 is 7.5. I'll mark it right there. Then at that point, I'll go down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I'll come here to mark my neck of 3 inches, my neck width of 3 inches. I'll connect to that point. I'll come down to mark 1 inch for my neck depth. I'll go ahead and connect from the neck width all the way to that 1 inch this way. The next thing is to mark your chest line. And how to mark your chest line, you divide your bust by 6, then add 1.5 inches to the measurement. I got 7 and I'm going to extend that point across this way. So this is my chest line now. On my chest line, I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement here, and I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the point we just marked on the chest line. So I'm going to come to this line here, divide it into 2 equal halves to get the midpoint. At the midpoint, I'm going to go in by half an inch. Then I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4. I'll connect from here all the way to the chest line to form my armhole this way. The next thing is to mark our dart, and to mark your dart, you're going to divide your nipple to nipple measurement by 2. My nipple to nipple measurement is 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. I'm going to mark it on the chest line, bust line, waistline, and all the way to the top length. And I'll go ahead and connect all these points together with a straight line this way. Before we impute our measurement, I'm going to come to the waistline and mark half inch here. The reason why we are doing this is because our back is not straight, so the excess that we are supposed to have at this area, we are going to take it out so that our blazer can lay very flat at the back. So we are going to take this excess out this way. So the next thing, I'm going to come to the waistline here, mark half an inch on both sides of this line. I'll come to the chest line, come down by 1 inch. I will come up from the hip line by 2 inch, and I'll go ahead and connect my darts. So the next thing is to impute our round body measurement. We've already marked our bust measurement. I'll add 1 inch for seam allowance. I'll come to the waistline, divide my waist by 4. The 1 inch for that, I'll replace it, then add my seam allowance. I'll come to the top line, divide my hip by 4, and then add my seam allowance. I'll go ahead and connect all these points together. So we are going to use a preset dart for this jacket. So I'm just going to connect from here to the midpoint of my armhole this way. Make sure it's not too curved because we don't have bust at the back. I'll come out here by ½ inch and I'll reconnect my armhole this way. So this is what we have for the back. I'll go ahead and cut this out. So this is our center back and our side back. We're going to work with this later. We're going to keep it aside so we can draft the front pattern. For the front pattern, I've already ruled out the necessary lines, my bust line, under bust, waistline, and the full length. So I left out a place of 3 inches here by the side, and up here I left about 4 inches. So all we are going to do right now is to impute our round body measurement. I'm going to come to the shoulder line here, divide my shoulder by 2. At that point, I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I'll come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches. I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the neck width this way. I'll come down to mark my neck depth of 3 inches, and I'll connect from the neck width all the way to this point. The next thing is to mark my chest line just the way we did for the back pattern. Divide your bust by 6, then add 1.5 inches to the measurement. I will extend this point across. Then on the chest line, I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement here. I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the point we mark here. So I'm going to come to this line, divide it into 2 equal halves to get the midpoint. At the midpoint, I'll go in by 1/2 inch. I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4. I'll go ahead and connect all these points together to form my armhole. The next thing is to mark our dart. Divide your nipple to nipple measurement by 2. I'm going to mark it on the bust line, under bust line, waistline, and the top length. Then I'm going to connect this point together with a straight line this way. I'm going to come to the under bust line on the center front. I'll mark 1/2 inch. On the side front, I will mark 1 inch. But if you're a plus size person, you can mark 1 inch on the center front and 1.5 inches on the side front. So I'll mark it the same thing here on the waistline. I'll go ahead and connect this point together like this. So I'm going to come up from the top line by 2 inches and come down from the bust line by 1 inch. I'll go ahead and connect my dart this way. I'll connect from here to this point. I'll do the same thing on this other side and then connect all the way down as well. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to take this line to the midpoint of our armhole like this. So I'm going to come here, tighten up this place. I'm going to mark 1/2 inch on both sides of this line here, and I'll connect it back into the original line this way. So the 1 inch that we took here, I'm going to replace it on the lower line here so we don't have any shortage when we are sewing. I'll extend this point to this point here. I'll replace the 1 inch on the chest line as well. I'll go ahead and reconnect my armhole this way. The next thing is to impute our round body measurement. We've already marked our bust measurement. I'll add 1 inch for seam allowance. I'll come to the under bust, divide my under bust by 4, replace the 1.5 inches for that, and add my seam allowance. I'll come to the waistline, mark my waist measurement here, replace the 1.5 inches for that. I will add my seam allowance. I'll come to the top length, divide my hip by 4, and then I'll add my seam allowance. I'll go ahead and shape my pattern paper. So what we are going to do right now is to work on the center front. So I'll be coming up from here by 1 inch for my button allowance, and my breaking point will stop at the under bust line. It depends on where you want your breaking point to stop. It can be on the bust point, under bust, waistline. So I'm just going to connect this point like this. So this is for my button allowance here. So I'm going to connect from the neck width all the way to my breaking point here. All right. So from this line, I'm going to mark 0.2 here and connect it back into the original line this way. So this is where we need the back pattern. I'm going to measure around the neck. Whatever I have there, I got about 3.5 inches. I'm going to go up by that 3.5 inches. We are trying to draft our collar, go up by that 3.5 inches, and then I'm going to extend this line all the way to that 3.5 inches like this. I'm going to mark 0.2 here as well and connect it back into the original line. This is to allow our collar relax very well. Make sure the line is slanted, not straight. All right. So I'm going to come out to mark my collar width. It depends on how wide you want your collar to be. So I marked 3 inches for my collar width. All right. So I'm going to come out here by 2.5 inches for my lapel. 2.5 inches for my lapel. I'm going to extend this neck depth all the way to this point. So to create a notch on the jacket, I'm going to go in by 1 inch from here. I'll mark 1 inch here. At that point, I'll go out by 1 inch also here. We are trying to create a notch here, and I'll connect from this point to this point like this. Then I'm going to connect my collar. I'll connect from here to that 3 inches we marked earlier, and I'll use my curve rule to just connect from there to this point. You can see that everything is falling in place now. And then I'll connect from here to our breaking point this way, and this is basically it. So I'm going to come down here to mark 4 inches, and I'll connect my dart leg all the way to that 4 inches. I'll connect from the side to that 4 inches, and I'll also take it from here, not from the button allowance, from here, the original line, to this 4 inches this way. And now we have our waist jacket. It's a very simple tutorial, and we're going to cut the pattern paper. Make sure to cut the collar first. I'll just cut out the collar, and where our notch stop, I will make sure I notch it there. Make sure to notch it there so that when we are joining it on your fabric, you will not have any issue. You know where you are joining it to. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut the rest of the pattern paper this way. So this is our collar, and this is our center front and our side back. It's a very simple tutorial. So this is basically it for this tutorial. If you find this video helpful, please do where to like, share, subscribe. If you have any question, feel free to drop it in the comment section and I will attend to it. Thank you so much for staying tuned, and I will see you in the next video.